predicted the Tigers to lose 100 games. So that nearly. So they have them at 65-97, which would be one game where, as Evan pointed out in his article for M Live, one game worse than last year. And it would be so, and it would be about the same record around the 2019 team. Otherwise, they're bullish on Austin Meadows. He is the only one to have defensive above average created plus, which is their defensive metric for Baseball Prospectus. Anything above 100 is better than average offensive production. Anything below 100 is worse than average. He checks in at 110. Really high on Eric Haas, 98. They got Jake Rogers, 75. So they're not too keen on him. They see a bounce back for Javi Baez. Spencer Torkelson, 94. Jonathan Scope, which has been the topic of conversation this evening on our YouTube chat, is at 91. But the third base, where they kind of, they're really high on Malloy, Andy Baez, Cesar Hernandez. Wow, Cesar Hernandez, Brennan Davis, even Andre Lipsis comes in at 85. Colt Keith at 84, but the guy that they got, Nick Maton, 76. Give Riley Greenlee 85.
That was the one I was going to talk about. That's what's stuck out to me the most.
The comp, we'll talk about the comp there, Chris. Who they compare him to?
Oh, they said Leody or no, was it Melky Cabrera, Leody Taveras? Who to compare him to?
And Lasting's Millage.
Millage. Melky Cabrera, Leody Taveras, Melky. We talk about these are projections based on history, based on other players who put up similar stats and things like that. And if Riley Green struggles that much, I will eat the hat I am currently wearing. I just believe in Riley Green more than that. But again, I think these projections are typically much better in the aggregate in overall than they are for nailing one particular player here or there. So, it's interesting. I'm not expecting much more in terms of a win-loss record than what they're projecting. I would probably skew a little closer to 70 wins just because.
Yeah, same here.
But would I be shocked if they win 65 games? No. No. They're not a great team.
I was really into Baseball Prospectus from about 06 to 11 or 12. PECOTA really became something people talked about because in 2008, Nate Silver had the Rays making the playoffs, and the Rays had been an abject joke for the decade prior, right? And sure enough, he nailed that one. They won the AL East and got to the World Series, and that gave PECOTA kind of a name. But over the years, it's like anything else. They've nailed a few, and they've been woefully off on just as many. So we'll just have to, take it for what it's worth. It's always fun to look at. 65 wins, you could easily, I might end up pegging that myself at the end of spring training. I see it. But I'd like to think that they might edge to 75 if things break right.